Hello everyone, welcome back to Advanced Java Programming. Today we'll start with our second lecture. Now in today's lecture we are going to study about different AWT controls. Now what do you mean by controls? Well, controls are nothing but the components that you have seen in AWT hierarchy. Few examples are your push buttons, labels, text field, text area, checkbox, list, etc. Now, why these controls are needed? Well, the controls are needed so that it allows the user to interact with his or her application. For example, whenever you open a form, you require to enter your username and password, and then you have to click on a submit button. So your text field and your buttons becomes your components. Now whenever you want to add a control or a component to a window, we need to use the add method. Now the syntax for adding a component is component add inside the bracket component c1. C1 is the instance of a component. Okay, so c1 is an instance of the control that you want to add. Now if you want to remove the control from a window, we need to use remove method, and the syntax is void remove component c1. Now let's move on to your next slide. Now in the next slide we are going to study what are the different AWT components that have been supported. Now let us see the types of controls. First one is labels, second one is push button, third one is checkbox, fourth one is choice list, fifth one is list, sixth one is scroll bars, seventh one is text area, and eighth one is text field. So these are the various controls that the AWT supports. I will repeat once again. First one is label, second one is push button, third one is checkbox, choice list, scroll bars, text area, and text field. Now we will study the first component, that is label. Now what do you mean by a label? A label displays a single line of read only text. You can only read a text. You cannot write inside a label. So the object of label class is a component for placing text in a container. Now let us see what are the constructors of a label. The first one is label, that will be a that will create a blank label for us. Second one is label with string str. It creates a label with string str. Third one is label string str comma int how. Now it creates a label with string str using a alignment specified by how. Now there are three values for how. The first value is label dot left, second one is label dot right, and third one is label dot center. Means you can align the label either at the left side, right side, or in the center. Now further we will see what are the various methods that are used for labels. Now the first method that is being used is set text. Now this method allows you to set or change the text in a label. So whatever name you want to give to a label can be written using set text. Now if you want to retrieve the text of an label, so you have to use the method get text method. So get text method is used to obtain the current label of the label. Now we will study an example for label. First thing that you have to do is import java.awt.star package. Secondly, you have to write the class name, that is class label demo extends frame. Then third, you have to call the label demo. Then next part is to set the title. Then you have to set the frame as visible, that is true, and then you have to set the size as 500 500, and fourth one is set layout, that is null. We are not going to set any layout for this frame. So all these are your frame methods. Then we will assign label one by one. Now the first label that we are going to assign is label 1 is equal to new label, and inside that the string that we are going to write is label 1. Similarly, we are going to write label 2, and thirdly we are going to write label 3. So the label names that we are going to give are label 1, label 2 and label 3. Now to assign a coordinate for this label 1, label 2 and label 3, we are going to write 1 dot set bounds, 2 dot set bounds, 3 dot set bounds. So these are all the coordinates that are of a frame that you are going to assign to a label, and accordingly it will be displayed in your output. So this becomes the label declaration part. Next, once you have created the label, now you need to add this label to your frame. So we are going to use the add method. So first label is 1, second one is 2 and third one is 3. So we are writing add inside the bracket 1, then add inside the bracket 2, add inside the bracket 3. So all these labels will be added to your frame. Next we are going to define the main class, that is public static void main string args. So label demo, L is the object of label demo, is equal to new label demo, and over there we are going to write the frame name as label demonstration. Now we will see the output. Your output will be your label 1, label 2 and label 3 as per the coordinate that you have assigned using set bounds. And if you can see, the title for the frame is label demonstration. So these are your labels that you have created using your program. I hope everyone is comfortable with this. Now we will move to a second control, that is button. Now everyone knows what do you mean by a button. So buttons are most widely used control, and it is also called as a push button. It contains a label and generates an event when we press it. Now let us see the constructors that are used for a button. First one is an button without any string inside it, so it creates an empty button. Second one is button with a string str, so it will create a button that contains a string as a label inside a button. The methods that we are going to use over here are void set label and inside the bracket string str. Means what? Whatever text you want inside a push button will be written in set label. Secondly, void get label. So if you want to retrieve what is the label for a particular button, so you have to use void get label. Now we'll move on to the example for a button. First thing, you have to again import the java.awt package. Then you have to define the class name as class button demo extends frame. Then you have to write the frame methods, that is set title, set visible, set size and set layout. These are common for all the programs that we are going to use for now. Then now you have to create a button, that is a component. So first button that we are going to create is of object OK. So button OK is equal to new button, and inside the bracket we are going to write OK, means you want OK to be displayed inside your button. And then second one is your submit button, so we are writing button submit is equal to new button, and inside the bracket we are going to write submit. Now we need to set coordinates for these two buttons, so I am writing OK dot set bounds and submit dot set bounds. So what will happen, it is going to use this coordinate on the frame. So this becomes your button declaration. Then after you have declared the button, now you need to add this button to your frame. So we are going to write add and inside the bracket OK and add inside the bracket submit. So you are going to add both the button objects, that is OK and submit, to your frame. After that we are going to write your main class. So button demo with an object b is equal to new button demo, and the frame title that we are going to give is button demonstration. Now we will see the what will be the output for this. So the output for this program will be something like this. So it will have two buttons. First the button one is OK and second is submit, and with a frame title as button demonstration. So this is a very easier method to add the buttons to your frame. Now we will move to the third component, that is checkbox. Now everyone knows what do you mean by a checkbox. So checkbox control is a control that is used to turn on or off. Okay, so it consists of a small box that can either contain a check mark or not. Now let us see what are the various constructors for a checkbox. First one is a blank checkbox which does not have any label. Second one is a checkbox with a string str. Means what? It will create a checkbox that contains a str as a label. Third one is checkbox with string str and boolean on. Now it will create a checkbox that contains a str as a label, and it will be on. Means what? The checkbox will be initially checked. Means you don't have to click on that, it will be initially checked on a particular default checkbox. Now let us see what are the various methods that are used for a checkbox. Now the first method is void set label, then second one is void get label, third one is boolean get state. So if while defining a constructor, if you have set it as on, so you can get the state by using the method as get state. And if you want to set a state for a component, then means for a checkbox you have to write it as void set state. Now we will see the example for checkbox. Firstly, you have to import the java.awt package. Secondly, you have to define the checkbox class, that is checkbox demo extends frame. Then you have to write the 4 frame methods, that is set title, set visible true, set size and set layout. Then we will define the first checkbox. So your checkbox with an object is c1 is equal to new checkbox inside the bracket c++. Then to set the coordinates we are writing c1 dot set bounds. Second one is checkbox c2 is equal to new checkbox, and there over there we are writing java as a label. Then to set the coordinates we are writing c2 dot set bounds. Then third one is checkbox c3 is equal to new checkbox. Over there we are writing the label as php, and then to set the coordinates we are writing c3 dot set bounds and its coordinate. So after declaration of this checkbox, we need to add this checkbox inside your frame. So we are writing add c1, then add c2, add c3. So your checkbox, the objects of a checkbox will be added to your frame. Now we need to declare the main class, that is in your public static void main. There checkbox demo with an object b is equal to new checkbox demo, and the title that we are giving over here is checkbox demonstration. So we will see what will be the output of this program. So this will be your output of the program, where you can see there are 3 labels C++, Java and PHP with a checkbox alongside it. Your next component is checkbox group. Now checkbox group is nothing but a radio button. Now we will see what you mean by checkbox group. The object of a checkbox group class is used to group together a set of checkboxes. At a time, only one checkbox button is allowed to be on, and while the remaining all the checkbox will be in offset. Means what? It is basically a radio button where you have to select either of the choices. Means in a checkbox you can select multiple options at a time, whereas in checkbox group you can select only one option at a time. Now we'll see what are the methods for this. The methods are checkbox get selected checkbox. Means what? If you want to fetch a what which checkbox group you have selected, so you have to write the method as get selected checkbox. And if you want to set a particular checkbox group, then you have to write set selected checkbox inside the bracket checkbox C1. That will be your object. Now we'll see the example for checkbox group. Firstly, we have to import the java.awt package. Secondly, you have to write the class name as class checkbox group demo extends frame. Then you have to write the four frame methods, that is set title, set visible, set size, and set layout. Now over here you have to write it as checkbox group. Then the object name is cbg is equal to new checkbox group. Now inside the checkbox group you have to mention the various checkboxes, that is checkbox C1 is equal to new checkbox. Over there you have to mention the string that it will be C++, and the checkbox group, that is the object of a checkbox group, that is CBG, and here we are mentioning it as false. Means what? You don't have to make it as true. Then next part will be your coordinates that we set for your C1, that is C1 dot set bounds. Then your second checkbox will be checkbox C2 is equal to new checkbox, and then string name will be Java, and then we are going to add it to your checkbox group, so we are adding comma cbg comma true. Means what? We are going to set Java as true, whereas C++ as false. Then we will set the coordinates for your C2, that is C2 dot set bounds, and inside that the coordinates. Now we need to add the checkbox object to your frame, so we are writing add C1 add C2. Then we will write the main class inside your main class we will write checkbox group demo with an object b is equal to new checkbox group demo, and we are writing the title for your frame as checkbox group demonstration. So this will be your output of checkbox group demonstration, where you can see instead of a checkbox there are radio buttons, that is for C++ and Java. Since we have set Java as true, so you can see the checkbox group for Java has been already marked as true. Now your next component is choice. Now choice class is used to show a pop-up menu of choices. Means what? There will be a drop down list which will show you different options, and out of which you have to select a single option. Now whatever option you have selected will be at the top of that menu. It inherits a component class. Now let us see what are the various methods that are used for choice. First one is void add and your string name, then your string get selection item, third one is get selected index, fourth one is get item count, and fifth one is string. Now let us see the example of choice. Now first you have to import the java.awt package, then secondly you have to define the class name as choice demo extends frame, then you have to write the four frame methods, that is set title, set visible, set size, set layout. Then you have to mention the component that you are going to add, so we are going to add choice with an object as c is equal to new choice. Then you are going to set the coordinates for your choice, that is c dot set bounds. Then since the we are going to mention the various fruits over here, so to mention them we have to write it as c dot add. Why? Because we are going to add this labels inside your choice. So we are writing c dot add inside the bracket apple, c dot add mango, c dot add banana, c dot add pineapple, c dot add jackfruit. Now all these five labels will be added to your choice since you have written c dot add. Now to add the choice inside your frame, we have to write add inside the bracket c. So your choice object will be added to your frame. Now we have to set the main class, that is public static void main, and then over there we have to define the choice object, that is choice demo. Object name is b is equal to new choice demo, and then we are going to set the title as choice demonstration. So this will be the output of your choice. Now here you can see you will have a title as choice demonstration and a choice drop down menu over here. Since I have selected pineapple, only pineapple is visible right now. If you click on that arrow, you will get all the 5 items in your drop down choice list. So this is the example of choice. Now your next component is list. Now a list provides a compact multiple choice and scrolling selection list. Means if you can see in your choice you can select only one option, whereas in list you can select multiple choices. By the help of a list, a user can choose either one or multiple items in a in a component that you are going to see over here. The various constructor that we are going to see over here is, first one is list. The list controls that allows only one item to be selected at a time. Then second one is list with int num rows, that is multiple rows. So it specifies the number of entries in the list that will always be visible. Now if you want to visibly show 3 rows over here, so you have to mention int, that is integer is will be 3. Now let us see what are the various methods that we are going to use in a list. Now the various methods that we are going to use are string get selected item, second one is int get selected index, third one is string get selected items. Now what is the difference between first and the third method is, in your first method you are going to uh, you can only get a selected item, whereas in your third method you can get multiple choices. If you are going to select multiple options, then you will need an array to fetch the data. So here we are writing string array get selected items. Then similarly, if you want to get select multiple selected index, so we are writing int array get selected indexes. Next one is int get item count, means how many items have been listed in your list, that can be used that can be fetched using the method int get item count. Next one is string get item, means what, if you want to fetch the name of the item, so you have to write string get item. Now we'll see the example of list. First again you have to import java.awt package. Secondly you have to write the name of the class extending the frame, that is list demo. Then we'll write the frame method set title, set visible, set size, set layout. Now you have to initiate the frame, so we will write sorry, we have to initiate the list, so we will write list c is equal to new list. Now inside that I am writing 5 because I want to add 5 items inside a list. So I will write c dot set bounds so that you can set the coordinates for your list. Then now I want to add 5 items to my list, so I will write c dot add. First one will be apple, c dot add mango, c dot add banana, c dot add pineapple, c dot add jackfruit. Now all these 5 items will be added to my list. Now to add the list to your frame, we will have to write add inside the bracket c. so your list will be added to your frame. Now you have to mention your main class, that is public static void main. Then over there you have to create an object of your main class, that is list demo b is equal to new list demo, and over there you have to write uh, the title for your frame, that will be list demonstration. Now this will be your output for your list demonstration. Over here you can select multiple options using a list. Okay, so moving on to the next part is your scroll bars. Now everyone is aware what do you mean by a scroll bar. Now it is used to scroll you vertically and horizontally in a window. So scroll bar class is used to add horizontal and vertical scroll bars. Scroll bar is a GUI component that allows you to see visible number of rows and columns. Now let us see what are the constructors that are used for scroll bars. First one is scroll bar, which creates a vertical scroll bar. If you write an empty constructor, so it will create a vertical scroll bar. Second one is scroll bar in style. So it will you can specify the orientation of your scroll bar. Now first one is scroll bar dot vertical. Now you can see vertical is written in all capital letters. So you will be able to create a vertical scroll bar. Second one is scroll bar dot horizontal. So you will be able to create an horizontal scroll bar. Third one is scroll bar with int style, int value, int size, int minimum, int maximum. So here you can construct a new scroll bar with a specified style, with an initial value, with the visible amount of the scroll bar, and minimum and maximum value. We will see this constructor in your further example. So in your example for your we'll see the methods first. The methods that I use for your scroll bar are void set value, then int get value, void set value, then int get minimum, and int get maximum. So next in your example for your scroll bar, we are again going to add your import java.awt package. Then we are going to write the class name as scroll bar demo extends frame. Then your frame class methods. This will be your four frame class methods. Then we are going to initiate the scroll bar object, that is scroll bar b is equal to new scroll bar. Then we are going to set the coordinates for that. That will be b dot set bounds. Since we are going to show a demo on inside a frame, so we are going to write b dot set bounds over here. Then we are going to add the scroll bar inside your frame, so we are writing add b. Then we will write your public static void main, then scroll bar demo with an object b is equal to new scroll bar demo with a frame title as scroll bar demonstration. We will see the output for your scroll bar. So this will be your output for your scroll bar demonstration, where you have set the coordinates for your scroll bar, and it will be a vertical scroll bar, since we have not mentioned anything over here. So this is the output for scroll bar. Your next components are text field and text area. Now what in by text field? A text field is a class and it is a component that allows editing of a single line text. Means for example, whenever there is a label called as username, so further you will have a text field where you have to enter your username, so that becomes your text field. Then what in by text area? Text area is nothing but multiple regions that can be displayed, or that is used to display a text, and it is also allows you to edit multiple lines of text. Now let us see what are the constructors. Now your first constructor is text field. It creates a blank or a default text field. Then second one is text field with int n. So it creates a text field with n number of characters. Next is your text area. It creates a default text area with empty string. Then next one is text area with int num lines and int num characters. So it creates a text area with specified number of lines and specified number of characters. Now we will see the example for text field and text area. Here we have to again import the java.awt class. Then we are writing class text demo extends frame. Then you have to write the frame methods over here. Over here you can see we have written set title, set visible, set size. Now in this over here we have written set layout as new flow layout. We have not written null over here. We are using a flow layout. Flow layout means what? It will move from left to right and top to bottom. Then we are writing text field f1, that is a object name is equal to new text field. Over here we have written welcome. Then your second text field is text field f2 is equal to new text field. Over here we have written to Java. Next we have written text area f3 is equal to new text area. Inside that we are going to write welcome to online lectures, keep studying. Now we are going to add this f1, f2 and f3 to your frame. So we are writing add f1, add f2 and add f3. Then now over here you can see the output. Now here you can see there are two text field where we have written welcome, and your second text field consists of to Java. So these two are your text field, whereas the down part here you can see that text area where we have written welcome to online lectures, keep studying. So this was an example for your text field and text area demonstration. So that's all for this lecture. We will continue with the next topic further. Thank you.